So I'm your coach Jay. So how is everyone doing? So we are broadcast live on our Facebook page here in LSA as well as in the Royal Maharlika Cooperative Facebook page. So please feel free to share this to every person that you know. And if you are watching with us live, so please type in the comment section where you are watching so we can recognize you. Okay? So before we start, let's begin in prayer. Heavenly Father, we are so grateful for this opportunity of learning. Thank you, Lord, for bringing us together through the gift of technology for us to learn the power of the cooperative. Continue to open the hearts and the minds of everyone that they'll be able to understand our mission and visions towards this cooperative system. Lord, continue to meet the needs of everyone right now. And we commit to you all this presentation. We give you praise in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. All right. So what is a pre-membership education seminar or PMES? Is an orientation given to all prospective co-op members. Okay. So this is the first step that you need to take before joining any cooperative. Okay, so that will help you become aware, okay, and understand really what is behind the cooperative. And the most important thing is a requirement, okay, is a requirement of cooperative registration with CDA. So the CDA is Cooperative Development Authority. It's a government agency that responsible for for all the cooperatives. Okay? Ayan. So, what is a cooperative? So, cooperative is autonomous and duly registered association of person with common bond of interest. So, it's really a self-governance, okay, organization voluntarily joined together to achieve their social, economic, and cultural needs. Okay? So, how do we be able to register Royal Maharlika? So the common bond of interest, okay? Why we were able to register Royal Maharlika United Family Savings and Credit Cooperative? It's because of it comes from becoming a member of LSA. So it's actually stated in our registration. Before you can become a member of the cooperative, you need to become a member of LSA. So our common bond of interest is association. So the LSA. Okay? So the cooperative, we are more than 100 years right now. So we celebrated our centennial year in 2015. Ayan. So if you want to know the history behind the cooperative, started in Europe. So you can always check in the internet how did we started it. But in the Philippines, they said that cooperative started with Dr. Jose Rizal through this principle called Bayanihan system. Okay? So these are some of the historical facts about the cooperative, and right now we are governed by the RA 9520. Okay, so that is Philippine Cooperative Code. So this one. Okay. So Republic Act 9520, so you can actually download it. It's a 95 pages regulation. So you would understand better what is a cooperative. So what is really the cooperative try to address? And I believe with all of my heart is really eradicating or reducing poverty in the Philippines, because the truth is the rich become richer and the poor continue to become poorer. So the gap between the rich and the poor is really wide right now in the Philippines. So just to give you an statistics right now for our current cooperative, we have about this is around 23,000, okay, registered cooperative in the Philippines, okay? And 50% of this cooperative are micro scale. So if you say micro scale, meaning the asset is 3 million and below. Okay? And about 6,000 of the cooperative is small scale. That is 3 million and above, 15 million and below. If you are 15 million and above and around 100 million and below, that is medium scale. And if you are above 100 million, you are large scale. Okay? So right now, we have about 15 million estimated total membership of all cooperative nationwide. So you see, is this a big number? Probably not compared to our 117 million population. And the estimated asset is 1.2 trillion pesos. So if you will analyze, is this big? So we would check later on. And the best comparison right now, if you want to know how big our cooperative is let's compare it with an industry that somehow we have the same activity, probably like a bank. Why? Because a bank collects savings, right? Time deposit. They also do loans. Okay. So the activity of the banks are very synonymous with the activity of the cooperative. Okay. But if you look at the numbers, what is the comparison? Because in the Philippines, there are about 35 commercial banks, okay, 35 companies right now. And the banks right now has around 28.7 trillion asset. Wow. So in comparison with the 1.2 trillion asset of the cooperative, then we already know that the gap is really big. Okay? In fact, the number one bank in the Philippines, which is BDO, has 3 trillion assets. So we are just probably 30% of the number one bank in the Philippines. Then we have the cooperative has 15 million, okay, 15 million members, while the banks has around 57 million depositor. Okay? And imagine they have the same activity. But if you will analyze, where will your money grow or earn? Is it in the bank or is it in the cooperative? Which has the higher interest rate? Okay? Do you receive dividends in the bank than in the cooperative? So you see, in terms of comparison, then you would know that it's better to build your wealth in the cooperative. But how come that the data, okay, ay masyadong na malayo? And I would say, because I believe with all of my heart that what Filipinos are lacking is the right education, understanding what really a cooperative is. Okay? Ayan. So, this is something that we need to address. Personally, I believe with all of my heart that cooperative must be a wealth building tools right now. Okay? So, the orientation of the Filipinos in cooperative is quite different. Probably they think that cooperative is only for the poor people and the cooperative is just to do loans, okay, or credit. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. And really, it's nice to help poor people, but is it in the direction of helping these poor people build their wealth? So we want to change the mindset of people that cooperative is a wealth building tools. Wow, this is something that everybody needs to see. Now, I listed here 6 samples of cooperative, and there's probably a lot more, but these are probably the 6 examples that I would like to everyone to learn Because in this 6 cooperative, probably this would be enough for us to realize what a cooperative is. Let's start with the first one. This one is Credit Agricole. Is the number one cooperative right now in the world with 136.5 trillion pesos asset. Wow, 136.5 trillion. Okay? 12 million members. So in the Philippines, we have 15 million members. So just this cooperative in France, okay? So they already have 12 million members and they have 54 million customers. They are the second largest bank in France and the third largest bank in Europe. Wow. So this in France. So it's understandable that this cooperative here in Europe is big because historically, cooperative started in Europe. Okay? The second cooperative here is the Zenno. Okay, is the Zenno. This in Japan. Okay, is an agricultural cooperative. And you would notice they have 21.9 trillion pesos asset and they have 4 million farmer members. Imagine, all their members are farmers. Wow. Okay. So the third cooperative here is they have this called the Rewi. Okay, Rewi Cooperative. Uh, it's located in Germany. It has 6.7 trillion pesos asset with 3,800 stores in Germany and 12,409 stores in 21 countries right now. Wow. So this really big, no? And they have 12 million customers daily. Take note, 12 million customers daily. Let's go to the Port Cooperative. This, the cooperative group, is located in the United Kingdom. Okay? They have 900 billion pesos asset, 5 million members with 3,600 convenience store outlets. Okay? Then we have two cooperative here from the Southeast Asia. One is this, the Saigon Co-op. They have this what we call the Co-op Mart. They have 237 billion asset, 4 million members, 10 million customers, 800 stores in Vietnam. Wow. And the last one, this is very interesting because you see, this is a fair price in Singapore. And we know that Singapore is a very small country, right? But this one has 592 billion pesos asset, 700,000 members, 2.3 million customers, okay, and they have 570 stores in Singapore. Wow. So imagine, you see, now this is a proof that we can build wealth in the cooperative system. Are you seeing it? Imagine how big these cooperatives are in the Philippines. Let's see the comparison. This is the Philippine cooperative versus the world cooperative. So I'll give you two examples. One is the number one cooperative in the Philippines is ACDI with 48.6 billion pesos assets. Ang tanong is it big? Yes, maybe it's big because it's billions. But in comparison, no, with the number one cooperatives in the world and with the large cooperative in the world, then we will see that our cooperative is still small. And in terms of membership, we have the AIM Co-op. They have 671,000. So they're the number one cooperative with this most number of members. Okay? Now, the intention of this slide is we really want people to see what a cooperative is. And I believe with all of my heart that cooperative is a wealth building tools. And this is something that we need to uh, understand and learn. Okay? Now let's go to the objectives of cooperative. So we will try to see if what we are trying to prove is real. Is cooperative really a wealth building tool? So let's see. So everything that we are going to present to you, okay, these are listed in the Republic Act 9520. So this is not coming from my own opinion. This is a law. Imagine, this is in the Constitution. The objectives of the cooperative. Why will you join a cooperative? Look at this. The primary objective of every cooperative is to help improve the quality of life of its members. Did you hear that? So meaning the reason behind you will join a cooperative because the responsibility of the cooperative is to help the members improve the quality of life. So meaning if I join a cooperative, probably after 6 months, after 1 year, after 2 years, what had changed in your life, in your standard of living? Would you say that before we can probably the testimonies are before I joined the cooperative, I don't have yet a house and lot, but the moment I joined the cooperative, I already have a house and lot. Do you know that when I joined the cooperative, I'm now driving a car? Because I joined the cooperative, I now have 10 branches of businesses. Wow. These are the kind of testimonies probably that we need to hear. And imagine if people will see that your life is being changed in a cooperative, do you think people will join? Yes or no? Of course. Okay? So, look at this letter A. So we have, I think, how many objectives do we have here? We have around 5 objectives, but we'll just focus on the first one because the first one is so crucial. Look at this. One of the objectives of the cooperative is to provide goods and services to its member and to enable them to attain increased income. Take note, increased income. Why? Because if we are studying in our financial literacy, if you are paycheck to paycheck, then you will not be able to survive, or you are probably just on a survival mode. So you need to increase your income to move from paycheck to paycheck to comfortable life. And that is the responsibility of the cooperative. What are the other things? Savings, investment, productivity, purchasing power, and promote among themselves equitable distribution of net surplus through maximum utilization of economy of scale, cost sharing, and risk sharing. Now, just to give you a practical illustration of this is powerful. I promise you. This can blow your mind. Okay? Like just a simple illustration. What are probably the goods that we can use an example? Let's just use rice. Rice, because everybody in the Philippines eat rice, right? So, meaning we can change it, provide rice to every member. Because in the Philippines, majority of the people are eating probably 2 cups of rice per day. That is if you are only eating in lunch or dinner. But some are even eating rice on breakfast. But just for the sake of illustration, let's just use 2 cups of rice per day. So 2 cups of rice per day is around 60 cups per month. That's around 7.5 kilos of rice. So an individual, an adult, are consuming 7.5 kilo. This 7.5 kilo of rice per month. So let's say, let's use 50 pesos per kilo. Okay? So 75 times 50. So let's use this. So 75 times 50, an individual probably will spend around 375 pesos per month in a rice. Are you following? Now, if you are a family of 4, then probably you are going to spend around 1,500 pesos per month. But let's just use individual computation. 375 per person per month ang consumption ng rice, no? So 375. And let's just focus on the cooperative. Just applying these objectives. Provide rice to each member. So we have, how many members do we have in the cooperative? 15 million. Okay, let's make a computation. 375 times 15 million, so that is around 5.6 billion per month. Multiplied by 12, that is around 67 billion per year. And it's only rice. Now, let's get real. Where do people buy rice? Let's just use the cooperative. Okay, let's say, where do our cooperative members buy rice? Is it in the cooperative? Or is it in Pure Gold? Is it in cooperative or in Save More? Now, we are nothing against, we are not against any of these companies. We love them. But just for the sake of getting straightforward with all of our people here, everybody who's listening here. So meaning, if you are a member of cooperative, where are you supposed to buy the rice? In the cooperative. Why? Because imagine if the CDA was not able to really monitor this and we are missing this objective, meaning the cooperative sector is losing 67 billion per year in terms of revenue. And who is making this money? I call it the power of consumerism. One of the reasons why we are poor, because Filipinos are consumers. Unless we break the cycle of consumerism, we will not be able to really break the cycle of poverty. And imagine, it's in the law of the cooperative system. And it's only rice. But how about other essentials, other basic needs? Now, look at the cooperative I showed you. Right, in Vietnam, imagine, members of the cooperative are buying all their goods and services or goods or basic need in the co-op mart. And who's getting all the income? The members. Are you following? So this is an objective that I would say that everybody should really get a hold of this, because this is really powerful. Now, let me give you the cooperative strength. And this is another powerful things that everybody should understand. There are two cooperative strengths. Number 1, ownership. And number 2, bayanihan system. This is the strength that if we maximize it, then we are going to help individuals, okay, build their wealth. Okay, so this is also the strength that would allow us to do what the rich people can do. I'll give you an illustration to better understand this principle. Okay, for example, let's just use Jollibee. How much would it take to own a Jollibee franchise? Wow, it's tough. Probably you need around 60 million pesos just to own a Jollibee store. The question, what is the probability that you will own a Jollibee store? Wow, what a top questions, no? Is there any chance in your life that you'll be able to own it? And some of you would make a conclusion, it's impossible because it's only the rich people that has the ability to do it. That's the reality, right? But the cooperative, through its strength, ownership, and Bayanihan system, do you know that the cooperative has the power to own Jollibee? Wow. What does it tells us? The cooperative system allows us to do what the rich people can do. Wow. And just a classic example, simple illustration, the cooperative can own a Jollibee. For example, how does it work? Let's say through the Bayanihan system wherein your willingness to share money, abilities, and resources. Let's say, for example, in our case, our minimum shares is 10,000 pesos. Okay, so we have 10,000 pesos share capital. Every person will share 10,000 pesos. And let's say we have 6,000 members. Do your math. How much we are going to collect? 10,000 times 6,000? 60 million. Now, can we now own a Jollibee? Yes or no? Yes. I'm not saying that we will use the 60 million for Jollibee, but for illustration purposes, I would like everyone to see the possibility of doing what the rich people can do through the cooperative system. Are you seeing it? Why? Because you need to accept the fact that if you do it by yourself, there's nothing much that you can accomplish. So we have to do it through a Bayanihan system. In the Philippines, the Bayanihan system become popular, especially the Bahay Kubo. Do you know Bahay Kubo? Because we have this nipa hut, okay, house, type of house, wherein sometimes people want to transfer from one location to another. But to carry, if you want to transfer one Bahay Kubo to another location, it may take probably 30, 40 people to carry that house and transfer it to another location. So meaning, the principle is many hands make light labor. Wow, are you seeing it? So cooperative system plus financial literacy, truly a perfect match. Okay? And that's the nature of the cooperative because this is basically helping each other because practically everything that within cooperative is controlled by the members. The capitalization, the ownership, the operation, the patronization, and the service. Now, how are we going to accomplish great things in the cooperative? It's in the law, Republic Act 9520. Okay, so do you see this? Republic Act 9520 of our Constitution. That is Chapter 2, Article 6. We call it the purpose of the cooperative. Okay? A cooperative may be organized and registered for the following purposes. There are about 11 purposes, but I will just focus on the first two. Okay? Because the first two is so powerful that it can solve every person's problem financially. And that's why probably the reason behind I got so in love with the cooperative system, because it has something to do with my background as a financial planner. When I saw all of this principle, I immediately do all the computation, and it really blows my mind. Because if you are going to wait, okay, accomplishing great things by yourself, wow, you might not see it happen in your generation or even to your succeeding generation. Are you following? Wow, are you learning? Look at this 1 and 2. Number 1, to encourage thrift and savings mobilization among others. Wow, because you see, even if you only contribute 1,000 pesos, but 1,000 pesos contributed 1,000, immediately you can collect 1 million pesos. There's absolutely nothing you can do with 1,000, but you can do a lot of great things with 1 million. Are you seeing it? My illustration to this always is, you want a flat screen TV. To buy a flat screen TV, let's say you want a 65 inches flat screen TV, that's around 30,000 pesos, but you only have 1,000 pesos right now. So if you only have 1,000 pesos, when will you be able to buy a flat screen TV? If you can save 1,000 every month, then it will take you 30 months before you can buy a flat screen TV. But what if you are in a cooperative? What if 30 people contributed 1,000? Immediately by tomorrow, we can buy flat screen TV. Are you seeing it? That's why you see, if only this law will be applied and will really be implemented by every cooperative, wow, we can build like what Europe, Japan, and Vietnam, Singapore, UK had built. All those illustrations that I've shown you earlier. Now, the savings mobilization is also for number 2. We generate funds and we extend this credit to the members. But not for lifestyle, okay, but for productive and provident purposes. So meaning, the goal of the savings is to make it grow and multiply. So basically, this is stewardship. Are you learning? So if we can only do this 1 and 2, wow, we can change the world forever, right? Actually, there are 14 purposes of the cooperative. Now, let's go to the 7 principles of the cooperative. You can see it in my background. Why I use it as a background? Because this is one of the most important things that everybody needs to understand. We need to memorize it by heart, the 7 principles of the cooperative. Let's take it one by one. First, voluntary and open membership. Cooperative is open to everyone, without gender, social, racial, political, or religious discrimination. But no compulsory membership. It has to be voluntary. People has to make a decision, right? That's why everybody needs to undergo this PMES to make sure that nobody forces you to join. That when you join, you should understand the objectives and the purposes why you are here, your responsibility, and what you want to accomplish in life. Are you following? Secondly is democratic member control. So nobody can control the cooperative. It's one member, one vote. For example, even if your share capital is 100,000, let's say member A has 100,000 shares and member B has only 10,000 shares, it doesn't matter. Yes, they will differ in the interest, the dividends, because of course, the higher your shares, the higher your income. But in terms of control in the cooperative, one member, one vote. Unlike in the corporation, if you have 51% shares, you are the majority. Right? So the decision making here in the cooperative is always on the majority vote. Number 3, members' economic participation, and this is so important. There's no magic on how we are going to build wealth. Everybody should participate. And usually, that is through the savings mobilization, through the share capital subscription. So later on, we'll talk more about that. Number 4, autonomy and independence. This is a self-help organization wherein the highest position is not the chairman, not the board of director, it's the general assembly. So that is how it's structured. So you would notice here is the general assembly that is the highest position. Number 5, education, training, and information. So the cooperative is the responsibility of the cooperative to provide education and training for every members. Okay? And the number 6 principle is cooperation among cooperatives, meaning since the cooperative system in the Philippines is still small, so meaning we still need the help of everyone. Okay, so we want to collaborate with other cooperatives. That's why we have programs that we are submitting proposals with other cooperatives, right? We also have concern for the community, and I believe it's not a problem for LSA because we do a lot of medical mission, we do a lot of planting trees, financial literacy. So there's a lot of community development program that we are doing here in LSA. Right? Are you learning? Ayan. So the types of cooperative, if you are recruiting individuals, that's primary. So we are considered as primary cooperative. Because if you are recruiting primary, you are secondary. Usually these are the federation. And if you are recruiting federation, that is the tertiary cooperative or the union. Okay? So you can also do any types of business in the cooperative as long as you put it in your bylaws. For example, you want to build a bank later on, we can build a bank. So we can establish our own cooperative bank. Any business that you want to put in, there is a certain types of cooperative that will fit in. But right now, currently, we are just a credit cooperative. Okay, because our purpose is because we have livelihood program. Our purpose is just to build savings and utilize that savings to help the members in the form of credit. So we'll explain it later on because we have one very powerful program that will apply this credit cooperative. What are the sources of funds of the cooperative? The number 1, as I told you, share capital. Like any other business, so please take note that cooperative is not a charitable institution, it's a real, genuine business. And every business to survive, it requires capital. But as I told you, the reason behind you are going to join a cooperative because it's impossible for you to build big business by yourself. Like my example is Jollibee. There's no way that you can raise 60 million by yourself. But if we do it collectively, then we can easily build Jollibee. Are you following the principle? So this very simple, okay? But of course, it requires a lot of understanding by all of our members. Now, in section 2 of our RA 9520, it says here there should be what we call continuous capital buildup. Why? Because if we want to build our projects, if we want to sustain what we do, there should be a continuous capital because every businesses operates on a capital. And it says here that there should be 5% of your monthly income, 5% of the annual interest. But, you know, this, as a financial planner, I've been telling you that this is really hard. Why? Because most people lacks income, or their income is not even enough to sustain their needs. That's the main reason we use LSA, because we provide you livelihood, and from your income towards your livelihood, that's how you build your capital. Wow, we are probably the only company that is really building up capital from the earnings in our livelihood program. Okay? So, Article 75 of the RA 9520, that is again the CBU, that every cooperative shall provide for a reasonable and realistic member capital buildup to allow the continuing growth of the members' investment in their cooperative as their own economic condition continue to improve. Okay? So we've been doing it right now. Okay, so these are the comparison of the cooperative, the corporation, and the partnership. So let's go to the common bond of membership. So our common bond of membership is associational. If you are recruiting members within a territory, within a certain area, like for example, you want to build cooperative recruiting people in Quezon City, we call it residential. But if you are recruiting members on a particular companies, for example, PLDT, because PLDT, Meralco, Smart, most of the corporation in the Philippines, they have cooperative inside the company. They are institutional. Okay, meaning they can only recruit members inside the company. But if it is a particular profession, like if I'm a teacher and I want to build a cooperative for teachers, then we call it occupational. But in our case, we are associational. So we are only recruiting members in the cooperative that are members of the association, which happens to be LSA. Okay, so now you understand why is it that before you can become part of the cooperative, you need to become a member of LSA. So let's go to the requirements of the membership. So number one, you need to have a certificate of completion. We call it the PMES certificate. So once you attended this, okay, you can, once you have really understood, and we would since the only advantage of this is it's recorded, it's in Facebook. So meaning if you were not able to watch the whole thing, or you were not able to understand the whole thing, you can just watch the replay. And once you fully understand everything, then you can just request to us a certificate of completion, or we call it the PMES certificate. Okay? Then the next thing that you will do is accomplish the membership form. So we have a hard copy, and you can also do it online. We have this Google form wherein you can fill it up. And of course, it says here you need to be a member of LSA. And of course, you cannot become a member of the cooperative unless you subscribe as shares and paid up as shares. Okay, so later on, we will elaborate that. And we also have this membership fee. Okay. Then, for a regular member, which of course, all of our members here in the LSA, every LSA member is considered as regular member. So the subscribed share is minimum 10,000. And if you, for example, you subscribe the minimum of 10,000, the paid up is 25%. That is 2,500 pesos. Okay. And you need to maintain membership in good standing. So meaning you have to participate in everything that we do for at least every year you will be evaluated. Okay? And you need to participate in the capital build-up. Remember, the success of our cooperative is highly dependent on how the members will also participate. Okay? So you need to. So how did we come out with the paid up and the subscribe shares? So every time you register a cooperative, the CDA will give you your approved authorized share capital. In our case right now, our authorized share capital is 10 million. So meaning that is our goal. The goal of every member is to make sure that this 10 million will be fully subscribed. Okay? So once it's fully subscribed, we can amend and increase this to 100 million. We can increase this to 1 billion. There's no limit on how big you want to build your cooperative. Okay? As long as it follows the regulation. So from the 10 million, 25% of that must be subscribed. So that's 2.5 million. 25% of the subscription must be paid up, and that is 625,000. Okay? Now, our maximum share capital, because it is in the bylaws that a member should not subscribe more than 10% of the authorized subscribed shares. So since our authorized subscribed share is 2.5 million, so the maximum subscription for every member is only 250,000 pesos. Later on, if our authorized increases, let's say our authorized become 100 million, then the maximum subscription for every member will now increase to 2.5 million. Okay? Magiging 2.5 million na siya. Okay? So that's how we do it in the cooperative. Okay? Are you learning? So this is about building wealth the cooperative way, building wealth through share capital. Okay, share capital build up from our savings goal, producing cash flow, generating projects and programs. Okay? So, let's summarize. So, meaning after you were able to attend this PMES, you will now request for your PMES certificate. Okay? Then, after that, you can fill up the form. Pwedeng online, pwedeng dito sa mismong membership form. And the minimum share capital is 10,000 and the maximum is 250. So from the subscription, 25% of that must be paid up. Okay? So that's the advantage we have in LSA, so because we can just utilize the strength of the cooperative system. So membership benefits, of course, our benefits of every member is savings and loan. We have the Damayan program, the dividend and patronage refund, cooperative training and education program, and livelihood opportunity. Products and services, we have the share capital build-up, regular savings, special savings, time deposit, loan services. So as you can see, it operates like a bank. And we also have other services like health and wellness products, pre-holistic health consultation in our wellness center. Now, what we do is we just package your membership to LSA and cooperative. So we just combine it into one. So we just call it join own share because we really want to maximize the strength of the cooperative. You are not limited by just joining. You have to apply it, own it, and you have to share it so that we will grow and we will make an impact to the lives of every person. And we can do it through the share capital. Because supposedly our membership is around 5,999. Okay, you will get a 7,500 worth of products. So that's how we do it. But you can also focus on building your share capital. And that will be fine to us, especially for the first 1,000 shareholders. You can just focus on building your share capital. All your products will become for free. Your business will be for free. You can build your retirement savings. You can make money from the share capital. Now, if you understand really the strength of the cooperative, then you know that you can accomplish anything you want under the cooperative system. Okay? So we created a table. Whatever share capital you have built, your share capital, we will treat this at your savings. And there are a lot of benefits that comes behind or comes from this share capital. It's really exciting. Okay? And we have a system. All you need to do is just follow because this is a livelihood program also. We want you to, because if you are not going to make money, there's no way that you can increase your savings. It's always the principle of you can increase your saving if you can increase your income. And we showed it to you. That's the objective of the cooperative, attain increased income. And it can be done if you follow our system, because if you hit step 4, you can easily make 100 to 150,000 per month. So all you need to do is just learn our system. So this is another exciting program. Once you subscribe, anybody who has subscribed 200,000 shares, you can operate immediately your own wellness center. You can even have 20,000 pesos per month wellness products. You can get everything for free. Imagine you get the business, you get the product for free, and at the same time, your savings grows over time. Right? Is that a great program? And right now, we have a 1 million anti-radiation sticker campaign. We have 1 million stickers. Imagine this, every sticker is costing us 350. So you do your math, 350 times 1 million, that is a 350 million project. So we really want our cooperative members to benefit from this great program. So we are really thinking on how we can dispose this and turn this 1 million sticker into money. Okay. So we created a business in an envelope. So one business in an envelope contains 4,500 sticker valued at 1,575,000. And all you need to pay is 600,000. Okay? So you will make here around 975,000 pesos. Wow. Imagine that. Now, most people will say, I don't have 600,000. No problem. That's now the power of the cooperative. The cooperative will help you. What the cooperative is doing right now, the cooperative will loan it to you. And all you need to do is just find a way to raise the 60,000, the 10%. That will be your down payment. And we will give you 450 stickers every month. And you can make here probably around 97,500 per month. Imagine if your money is in the bank, it will only earn 3 to 4%. But if you have 60,000 and you put it in a business envelope, you can make your money work for you at 162.5% per month. Wow. Imagine that. That's why you see, we have a lot of OFWs that are telling us, oh, I like that program, but I don't have time. I'm busy in work. No problem. We have a co-ownership program. I'm going to share it to you later on. May bonus pa yan. You will receive a 30 sets of Korean cosmetic at 85,350 and on all expenses paid to Boracay. So meaning, you are getting around, from your 60,000, you immediately get around 105,000 in products and getaway, plus you have your 157,500 stickers. Nothing to lose. Talk about making your money work for you. This is a perfect deal that you cannot afford to miss. That's why we call it income producing projects. Wow, is it exciting? Then our second phase of the program is the 1 million boxes of herbal coffee. Now, we need 15 million and we will consign it to the members of the cooperative. Now, how are we going to raise 15 million? Imagine Doing it by yourself will not, we cannot we cannot get the job done. But imagine if we just work together as one, then we can easily do this. And this 1 million boxes of herbal coffee campaign, this is a 350 million revenue. And probably we can do it in 7 months. So that's around 52 million per month revenue. And 70% of that 52 million, guess what? Who will earn it? The members. That's why I'm telling you, on the minimum level, we can produce 300 millionaires in this project. How about our miracle fruit? So we will teach our members to acquire properties. We have this 1 million cuttings of calabash. Imagine 1 million cuttings is 2,000 hectares of land. For every hectare, you make 1.5 to 2.2 million pesos every hectare. So meaning if one member can own 1 hectare, we will have 2,000 members who can become millionaire here. Wow. Are you seeing it? If we have 4,000 members that have half hectare, wow, so still you can make around 500,000 to 1 million pesos. So this is the power of the cooperative system. Now we have one big raffle alert right now. So we really want everyone to participate in this raffle. Okay. So this is really exciting. Why? Because for every 1,000 share capital, look at this. We'll give you a glimpse of how you experience benefiting from share capital. For every 1,000 share capital, we give you one anti-radiation sticker. That's already 350 pesos. Okay. Then you will get one raffle ticket. Every time 100 numbers are completed, we will raffle a terahertz, a cosmetic set, and a smartphone. So meaning, if we complete 1,000 numbers, then we will have 10 raffle session. So first, right now, we have to complete the first 100 so we can have batch 1. Okay, so all you need to do is make sure that you are member of the cooperative, member of LSA, and just subscribe Share Capital, do capital build up, and you will experience a nothing to lose, everything to gain program. Wow, exciting, right? So these are partnership co-ownership program. We are doing this for people that has money, but they don't have time. We have a lot of members that has time, but they lack money. So we can work together as one and we will do profit sharing. So you can finance. So you will be the financer of our members, and we will be all successful financially, and we will have profit sharing. Okay, so if you want to understand more of this, just message us. So if you want to understand better our system, become part of the core team, and we will bring you to Boracay, especially if you avail the business and envelope, so you can have an all expenses paid in Boracay next month. You can travel the world for free and even drive your car for free. All you need to do is just share our mission and build shareholders. That's how simple we do it. Wow, exciting? Ayan. So we have our financial literacy certified financial class. We want to build a financial coach. Okay, so every members of the cooperative is a 3-module class. So just supposedly it's a 12,000 pesos learning investment. But if you are a member of the cooperative, you get it for free. So please watch out for the announcement. Did you learn something? So if you have further question, just message us and keep on sharing this PMES to everyone, and keep on watching this repeatedly until it gets to your heart and understand that cooperative can help you build your wealth. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless everyone.